Hi everyone, it's Elise. Thank you so much for joining me on day 34 of my Happy Life Makeover. Today I want to talk about the work of Bruce Lipton, and maybe many of you have heard of him already. My mom just got me this book, The Biology of Belief. I just started reading it, but I'm really excited to dig deep into it. I first became aware of Mr. Lipton's work when I was participating in the World Tapping Summit via the internet that the Ortner family had put on. And EFT is emotional freedom technique. Some of you have probably heard about it, but don't know much. But I would strongly encourage you to Google that, go on YouTube, and you can find plenty of information on that. There are lots of videos now that explain how to do that. But Mr. Lipton is a very big supporter of EFT because basically what his work uncovered was that the reason people have such a hard time changing patterns is because their subconscious is so much larger, their storage area for subconscious thoughts is so much larger than their conscious mind. And he has an illustration in the book where there's a picture of Machu Picchu. There's a picture on top in a little square about that big of Machu Picchu. And he says, imagine that this image was comprised of 20 million dots of information, and that each dot is a bit of information that enters your mind in 1 second. And then, how much of that goes into your conscious mind. And in the illustration below, same size, it's all black, and there's one tiny little white dot. One tiny little white dot. I mean so tiny, it's actually smaller than the head of a pin. And he says, actually, he had to make that dot 10 times larger than it actually was just so you could see it in the photograph. So that gives you an idea of how your subconscious programming can really work against any efforts that you're trying to make. So I know that sounds discouraging, and I don't want to get in too deeply because my video today would be too long, but if you study his work and you do techniques like EFT, you can begin to really reprogram the conscious mind, or you want to add I don't want to say reprogram, add programs to the conscious mind, because the subconscious is really programmed between the last half of embryonic development and about age 6. And I know this sounds depressing for those of you who may have been raised by parents who were unkind or said a lot of things that made you not feel good about yourself, and you think, oh great, well, geez, well, you're not programmed, you're not destined to a horrible life. What Mr. Lipton is saying is that actually your environment does shape your cellular development, but you have the ability to change that at any time. It's just that you have to first become aware that the subconscious programs that you have are so much larger than the conscious programs. So I can't speak too much more about that because I do need to get more into his work to really figure out more how do you strengthen and add to the conscious programs if it's really difficult to undo the subconscious program. So maybe when I learn more about that, I can share that with you guys. I don't know if I'll get that information before the end of my Happy Life Makeover, but perhaps I can just add a video on YouTube when I do figure that out. So The Biology of Belief, Bruce Lipton, really cool guy, very cool guy. If you see him interviewed, he's totally down to earth. Yeah, strongly recommend his work. You guys have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.